Good morning students. In this video we are going to see about three interfaces in servlet config interface and then context interface and then servlet response interface. First we will see what you mean by servlet context interface. Here in general servlet container only creates this object. This is for each servlet during installation phase. During installation phase, some of the information are needed for that servlet. That information are retrieved from XML file. That retrieval is done by the use of this servlet config object, which can be created by container. Okay, and this object is used to get information, configuration information. That informations may be parameter name and value. So all these details are retrieved from that web.xml file. So in order to get information from the web xml file, container create an object that is called as servlet config interface. By using this we are retrieving details. So these details are needed for servlet during installation. Okay, what are the methods are used to access this information? One is get init parameter and then string name. What is the use of this method? It returns the value of the given parameter as string. If nothing is there, then null will be returned. And then enumeration. If we want to retrieve more parameters, we have to use a method called enumeration get init parameter names. And then string get servlet name, and everything is available in XML file. It may be a servlet name or whatever parameter name, everything. So we have to use this method like public string get servlet name. So it returns the name of the servlet instance. And then context detail. Context means that is same for the whole application. Okay, so returns the object of the servlet context. Now we will see one example. In this example we are using two methods, get init parameter, get init parameters names. By using this two methods we are retrieving the details from XML file. How we are using, we will see now. This is a demo servlet.java. This we create a new servlet itself, everything will be imported file, everything will come automatically. Then what is our work in that body of that program is we have to write servlet config sc. This object we have to create sc equal to get servlet config. By using this only we are going to access the parameters. So sc you have to create, and then enumeration means more parameters. If you want to retrieve, you have to write enumeration string e equal to sc dot get init parameter names. That means so many names we are going to retrieve. Then we have to write string str while so many parameters we have to retrieve. So while e dot enumeration type e, so e dot has more elements, and then e dot next element. So element by element all the elements we are retrieving. So p writer dot print line, what we have to print first, parameter name str, and then sc dot get parameter str. Okay, so by using this, so sc dot sc we already created configuration sc. So by using that we are retrieving parameter name sc dot get init parameter str. Okay, so this is a web XML file. So that str name, that means parameter name, my name, it's given. So whatever names and the parameter names displayed here, available here, that will be displayed by using this sc dot get init parameter str. Okay, so this is a web XML having the details of the servlet. So you know that in the cyclic phase of a servlet, first phase of that cyclic is initialization. So during initialization, what are the information needed for the servlet, that will be retrieved from this web.xml. Okay, the next interface is servlet context interface. So last section we discussed about configuration, and then that is servlet config that is created by the container. And what is the main difference between configs and context? Here context, it is created once, for the whole web application. For the for the one whole web application, this is created, this servlet context. So by using this, any servlet can get the details. By using this context, from any servlet of an application we can retrieve data. Okay, we'll see this a servlet context object. Now we will see now how to create this. um, in this coding, we are creating an object in init method. So servlet context SC, you have to create an object SC. Okay, so SC equal to scfg dot get servlet context. So once we created that context object, we can get the attributes of the context object by using, and we have to using two methods here, set attribute and get attribute. So, and this context is available to all the servlets of the application. Web, for the whole web application, this is useful. So in one application we may use several servlet. So for any servlet can retrieve the attribute from the servlet context object by using, what are the methods? Get attribute and then set attribute. Okay, so context initialization parameters are the parameter name and value pairs that we have specified in the deployment descriptor file. So already I told in the web example, all the details are available, whatever parameters name, everything. What is the use of this context means, if we create an object, so any servlet in the application can access by using this context. That's only given in the second point. Since this context object is available to all the servlets, so it is available to all the servlets of the web application. So other servlets can retrieve the attributes. So all the servlets can retrieve the attributes from the servlet context object. Okay, so what are the methods using in the servlet context means get attribute and then set attribute. Okay, that is given in the third point. We can use a get init parameter and get init parameter names methods of the servlet context interface to get the parameter value and enumerations. We will see an example now. Two parameter names are specified as email ID, and then parameter name is email ID, and then value is given, anyone mail ID is given. How we are retrieving? So to get the initialization parameters, here in this example we have two initialization parameters. One is username and then mail, that is used in XML file. So details available in XML file are that username and then mail ID, and then we are getting that value in servlet using get init parameter. Okay, so what is this in this servlet? What is given? This is new servlet we are creating, demo servlet.java, and then context object creation. See the second line, servlet context. What is the object created? How it is created? Then one name is given, SCON text equal to get servlet context, one object created. Okay, and then how to fetch the values by using initialization parameters. So string username equal to by using that context. So context SCON text dot get initial parameter username and then printing that. Same like this, SCON text dot get initial parameter mail ID, and then we are displaying and closing it. So in web example we are creating all these details, and this can be by using this context. Once we created, this can be used in any servlet. Okay, all the details. And then what are the methods? So by using these methods only we are accessing. No, so what are the methods we are using in get servlet context is get initialization parameter, enumeration, get init parameter names, and then set attribute. So many methods are available. We have to set the value for any attribute and then get the value of any attributes, even survey information if you want to get. For everything using these methods we can access the values. The thing is, if you once created that context, that can be accessible by any servlet. Okay, so path of the get context path, everything can be accessed. Next is servlet response interface. Servlet container is connected to the web server. Okay, and that receives a HTTP request from client on a certain port. Second point, when client sends a request, when we are sending the request to the server, this container create this HTTP servlet request. So in servlet, everything is handled by this container. So whenever a client giving the request, this is created by containers HTTP servlet record. Same like this response object. HTTP serverless response object was created by this container and they are passed as an argument to the service method. So the life cycle of this servlet three phases, initialization, processing, and then the processing or service, and then destruction. So service means request and response. This is handled by this container. Okay, the response object allows us to format and send the response back to the client. So request means getting request from the client, and then after passing, it is given to that client by using this response object. First, we are going to see what are the methods used in response interface, and then we will see one example. So, what are the methods in response object? First one is response means in which coding we are using, what are the encoding methods we are using, everything. We come to know by using this methods. First one is get character encoding. What is the use of it? It returns a name of the character set used in the body of the response which is sent to the client. And then get content type. So response type of the response content, whether it is in text or HTML. So several methods we are using, and then output stream method, and then print writer get writer, and then to display the value returns the print writer object, and then character encoding. These are the methods used in servlet response interface. And then void set content length, that is it is used to set the length of the body response body when we are sending response to that client. These methods are used to get the details of that response, like a content type of the response data, and to set the buffer size, and if you want to get the buffer size, and if you want to flush the buffer. These are the methods we are using in servlet response interface. And then is committed, it is used to return the boolean value indicating if the response is committed or not. And then if you want to clear the data, we have to use void resets. So during a response phase, these are the methods we can use. We will see the one example by using two response by in the servlet response interface. One is set content type and then get writer. Consider this is a design page index.html form action equal to my details. This is some and the servlet name. Here we are specifying one username and then submit button. This is one of the servlet name. Here we are using res dot set content type. What is the name of the content? This is the response we are using, response interface, that is res dot set content type we are using is text.html. How we are writing that content? We are getting parameter using request dot get parameter username, and it is printer using p writer dot print line, that name we are writing. What is p writer? Already we create an object print writer p writer equal to res dot get writer, and then we have to use the object to print that content. So all the details are available in web XML. Okay, thank you students.